Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Today I'm going to attempt to fix that side rail problem on the Toyota Tacoma. What I'm talking about, and yeah, I did take the tonneau off and the rails I put on off. What a pain in the arse. I actually started by pulling up this end thinking maybe I would take the whole thing off, and as I went further it got harder and harder to pull, and I didn't want to break any of the clips. So I already had the front off here, and this is really where the problem is, right? Now you can see how they hold this down. There is a clip right here, and that's it until you get back here, and they're on the inside. So anything that pushes it like this down towards the inside is going to lift the edge of the rail off because there's no support over here. And all Toyota did was put a cheapo piece of double-sided tape here, and then maybe some tape on this piece. I don't know if there was. It's completely gone because I feel very little, if any, adhesive on there. And then there's no adhesive on this either. So all that's holding this down from curling in is double-sided tape really right here. What a crappy design. So what I'm going to do, and hopefully this works, I don't know. I'm going to put some stronger double-sided tape because there's nothing else, unless you glue this thing down, which you could. I've seen a couple people that have done that, and I may put some glue on there too, but there's nothing else as far as mechanical anyway to hold this thing down. There's just nothing here. So I'm going to clean this up. I think I'm going to remove this piece of junk and put my own double-sided tape, something that's a bit stronger. And then I did buy a product. It's an adhesive, a Loctite adhesive that I may put on the edge of here. I don't know. The other problem is there's just voids under here. There's really nothing, if you can see under there, to grab onto. It's just hollow. So you really kind of have to use what they've given us, which is this piece here. Feels like a foam almost, and this piece here which feels the same, and that's it. So let me clean this up, get this off, get my tape on here, and move on to the next step, I suppose. Alright, here's what I've done so far. Just a strip of this 30-pound double-sided adhesive tape here so it hits on this piece, and here so it hits on this piece up here. Now, I did it on both sides. Also, what I'm going to do is right along the edge of that tape, not on top of it, I'm going to put some of this Loctite adhesive, just in case my tape doesn't get anything or, you know, it doesn't contact in the whole area. To give a little extra, I think. Can't hurt anything. This stuff is supposed to be three times stronger than ordinary adhesive. We shall see. So I'm going to squirt that right along the side. I'll show you. Most likely right along this edge, and across here a little bit, and then right along the edge here on the inside. And again, that's just to kind of give a little extra. We shall see. So next up is go ahead and I guess take the adhesive cover off. And then I'll squirt that stuff on the sides, and then we'll push it down. And I may let some or leave some weight on it for a little while. I do have to put the tonneau back on. And by the way, speaking of the tonneau, I did have a problem with the front seal. It actually came off, which means, in my opinion, the tonneau was not far enough forward, or this stuff isn't wide enough. So I did go to the store, to the Lowe's, and bought some wider tape or seal to go ahead and put on there. Might as well take care of that while I've got the whole thing off, right? All right, I've got it all done. I'll show you guys the result. This is the way it should look. See how it's nice and tight across here? I mean, it feels good to me. It moves a little because it's gonna rock, but no more of that adhesive sound, you know, when adhesive gives way. Looks pretty good to me. I did put the construction adhesive alongside of the tape, so hopefully between that and the tape it stays like this. We'll find out. Of course, over time I will show you guys, you know, what happens. But this is the other side. Looks good here, and notice I didn't put enough adhesive on that it would squirt out of the edges. You don't really want to go nuts. I mean, you could. I think it's a pretty good fix in theory. We shall see. Now, I am going to go ahead and put some, I guess, weather sealant along the front to put the tonneau cover back on, which is going to be a fun job. Going to take me another hour or two to do that probably. But anyway, I'm going to put a piece of weather seal right across the track here at the front of the bed. And then I'm going to put another piece up here on the coated part. The problem is this stuff is porous and nothing really sticks to it very well, so I'm hoping I can overlap the piece I'll put down here. It's supposed to expand up to 1 inch, I guess. We'll see how that goes. And then be able to keep any water out of the front. It's actually been a pretty weather-tight seal so far. I just got a little bit of water in the truck, or in the bed, from going through a car wash, so we'll see. Okay, I've got the area all cleaned up where the weather seal is going to go in the front of the truck, right across there, across the rail, if you will, and then the top part of the bed. This is the stuff that comes with the kit for the tonneau cover. It does have double-sided tape on it. I bought some expandable foam, and this stuff, and when they say expandable, they mean expandable. It starts out at this thickness. You can see the white lines. That's the thickness of it. And it expands to this. Now, I'm hoping that when I put this on, it's going to expand up like it does here and give me a good seal. And the good thing about it is it's compressible. And it's pretty easily compressible. So you can get it down to the same thickness as what the stuff is that they gave us with the kit. So I think it should work pretty good. It will expand, fill the void, and hopefully keep the water out. That's the problem, or the concern, I guess. So we're going to go ahead, put this aside, and what I'm going to do, I also bought some 1-inch non-expandable foam. I'm going to put that across the rail there, in between where I guess the expandable stuff is going to be. Just to give me a little extra double protection. Why not? All right, the foam weather stripping or seal is on. It looks pretty massive at the moment because it is expanding. But remember, the front of the tonneau cover is going to go down over this and push it down. So it should be okay, I'm thinking. I'm hoping. So next is to go ahead and put the rails back on. You guys have seen all this before. I made a video about how to install this, so I'm not going to make another video installing the rails and stuff. If you want to check that out, I'll try to remember to leave a link down below. But it's going to take me, like I said, probably a good hour or two, I think, I hope not, to go ahead and put this thing right here back on. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, been working on this about 1.5 hours, something like that. I got it done. Everything is copacetic. First of all, let me tell you, the thick expanding foam up here in the front does not work. It expands too much, and there's too much pressure when you're trying to shut the front part here and then screw it down. So don't do it. Just use the thinner stuff that they gave you, or buy some at Lowe's or whatever, but the thinner material is what you need to have. It came out really well, and you can see my side rail is still flat, even though I'm putting inward pressure along the side here. So that's good. I hope it lasts. We shall see. Moving around to the other side, it does seem to have come up just the slightest amount right here in the corner, but believe me, it is nothing compared to what it was. It was probably maybe 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch high before. Now it's not, so I'm hoping that means my fix is a success. It'll take a few days, at least overnight, for the tape to take effect and for the adhesive that I put on there to cure. And ideally, if you're doing this, I would put everything I put on and then put some weight right here on the edge overnight. 24 hours, just to make sure that it adheres well and everything is tight like it's supposed to be. Nonetheless, I'm happy with the job. Everything went well for the most part, just time consuming. The tonneau cover is back on. I can now honestly say, after having done maybe 4 or 5 tonneau covers, not one of my favorite things to do. Lining them up, getting them straight, getting them the right length, all that good stuff, and then trying to waterproof them, it's not a lot of fun. It really isn't. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my fix or what you've done, other than taking it into the dealership, of course. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.